Hey guys, this is Pharaoh2091 and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path. Last time we left off, we were taking a look and investigating the body, which I thought for whatever reason was on the sky, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, I was being stupid. But in any case, you know, it's still tragic, you know, like a member of the PIC by name of Jill Crane, I believe. She was apparently killed, and they're suspecting Kay. And now we're going to listen to Debeste and his reasonings why they suspect her. I am the best in the world. No one else can do what I can do. Yes, that's why I was the first to realize that Kay Faraday is the culprit. She broke into the meeting room in order to steal something. In other words, she's the only one who could have killed Miss Crane. His logic's as awful as ever, sir. Harsh words coming from you, detective. I asked for some basis to your claims, yet your reasoning has told me absolutely nothing. However, we have no evidence to prove that she didn't do it either. Don't worry, Kay. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle here. You think my deductions are some kind of miracle work? You better not disappoint me. Understand, Miles Edgeworth? Because if you do, this whip of mine won't stay silent. Oh, well, great. So I think we all know exactly what to do here, but just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and press on something where he says that she broke into the meeting room in order to steal something. We'll just press on that. To steal something. Steal what exactly? Well, that's, what Kay Faraday tried to steal was a file. Its contents, to be exact, an investigation report regarding Prosecutor Edgeworth. Do you have any evidence to prove that she needed something like that? I am not the one who needs to present evidence. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Well, yes, I suppose that may be true. What? At any rate, Sebastian, please continue your reasoning. Okay. I thought, you know, they're going to give me more clarification there, but alright. So he says that she broke in. However, we know that according to the security of the room, that you need a key card to get in. That's how the room is secured. You know, you need a key card. She didn't have that with her. It certainly sounds like you are quite familiar with this room. The best man for the job should know all about the best places. Unfortunately, it seems that you are not the best man for the job. Are you mocking me? That's for you to decide. You didn't even know about this key card, did you? Of course I knew about that. You need to enter this room. Huh? Was it really needed? Oh, God. This foolish fool simply doesn't know when to give up. Ouch! Sebastian, do you really suspect Kay? Well, that's right. She's the only one who could have done it. Well then, allow me to ask you. Since this room can only be entered by using a key card, how does she enter a room without one? Good! Oof, every time I see that. Well, she probably used this and that, and... Oh? Did you pull a muscle there? Allow me to explain then. The door can only be opened by members of the PIC, which means... Yes, that's correct. She conceded so easily. Take a look at this. It's a record of this room that I investigated just a while ago. This is what I wanted to see. There we go. At 12:52 a.m., the door was opened using Miss Crane's keycard. Okay. That was probably when she died then. It's probable that the killer entered a room together with the victim, Miss Crane. After entering, the situation must have soured, leading to the murder. Your logic holds, but it is still merely conjecture, and it would imply that the killer and the victim were acquainted. Uh-oh. Now I think I know where that letter is going to come into play here. It's going to bite us in the ass. No way, pal! Kay doesn't even know the victim! That is merely an assumption on your part, unless you have any evidence to prove your claim. Evidence is everything, in court and at the crime scene. Without it, your argument is invalid. In that case, I trust that you have evidence to prove that Kay Faraday and the victim were connected. Of course. I knew it. What? This letter was discovered by Dr. Young in Miss Crane's breast pocket. The victim's belongings. Why did she withhold such vital evidence until now? Could it be she was waiting for the perfect time to reveal it? Oh, yeah, pretty much. Come to think of it. And that candelabra dealt with a fatal blow. Estimated time of death is late last night. And she's telling him, shut up, what is it? Yeah, okay. She didn't want him to say everything. I'll read it for you. To Miss Crane, thank you so much for helping with my plan. I'm glad that we can help each other get what we want. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Please get revenge for 12 years ago. Kay. In other words, Kay Faraday and Miss Crane were accomplices. They probably planned to steal something from this room. Preposterous! Wait! That means the main culprit is... It's still Kay Faraday, of course. It just means her crimes have increased by yet one more. Well, pooh. I'm the main culprit? Don't believe her, Kay! It's all a bunch of nonsense! There's no way Kay would do something like that. Nonsense? Not at all. The evidence speaks for itself, wouldn't you agree? I knew that they wouldn't suspect Kay unless they had some sort of proof, but to think that they would actually have such decisive evidence. Nicely done, Justine. Well, thank you very much. Your explanation is still insufficient. I cannot accept such an argument. Sebastian, would you please leave this to me? Alright, make sure you shut Mr. Edgeworth up once and for all. I can't allow their allegations to gain any more momentum. I must turn it around here. Something like a turnabout. The letter from Kay. The relationship between Kay Faraday and Miss Crane is as documented in the letter. She roped Miss Crane into assisting her with her plan. However, for some reason, their partnership broke down. Miss Crane was murdered, but with her dying breath, she managed to retaliate. Her parting gift is this letter, which she tucked safely away in her left breast pocket. Her testimony is even better than before. Maybe the most perfect it's ever been, sir. Are you gonna be alright, Mr. Edgeworth? There we go. Well, yes, of course. How unsightly, Miles Edgeworth. Save your stoic act for some other time. Miss Von Karma, just whose side are you on? I'm on nobody's side, Scruffy. When searching for the truth, it's best not to take sides. Watch what you say, Miss Von Karma, or else Mr. Debeste is gonna... Best, you say? Well, I can tell you that the side I'm on is always a beyond... How irritating. Well, I suppose that's one thing we can agree on. Most definitely. A rebuttal, huh? Well, there is something that kind of got to me, and actually I'm going to take a look at something. Was it? No. Oh, here it is. No. Oh, here, there's actually a lot more to this autopsy report. Discovered PIC meeting room. Estimated time of death sometime between late last night and midnight. Wait. Between late last night and midnight? Then the thing said 12:52 a.m. So obviously there's a contradiction there somewhere. Cause of death: 7 to the left chest of a candelabra. Head wound. Okay. I knew something was bothering me. She said that, you know, okay, relationship, whatever, she roped her in the plan, however, blah, blah, blah. Her parting gift is this letter where she tucked safely away in her left breast pocket. Usually when a game does something like that, like, you know, they specify where something was, it's like, maybe you should pay more attention to it. And sure enough, it's tucked away in her left breast pocket. However, looking at the autopsy reports, you can see that there's 3 huge holes there. And, well, yeah, okay, there's blood and whatnot, and this is bloody, sure, but nothing seems to be wrong with the letters. So I think something's up there. Apparently I was wrong. But should I have a problem with it? I told him, exactly, because there's no problem at all. In that case, you should not have refrained from speaking in the first place. No! I don't think that left a good impression. Which one did I press? That her... Yeah, that's what... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's... Damn, maybe I'm not thinking about this right. Unless I can draw more information, it means nothing. Yeah, okay, maybe I could press for more details. Yeah, okay, how about she roped her into it? Maybe I jumped ahead. I'd like to hear about Kay's alleged plan in more detail. Just as she wrote in the letter, she wanted to steal something. What's more, the sender of the letter is Kay Faraday, so it's obvious who the main culprit is. That letter could have easily been forged. It doesn't prove that she planned to steal anything. If memory serves me right, wasn't she a great thief? Well, she's, taking a break at the moment. I doubt there's any thief who would inform a prosecutor about their upcoming crimes. Perhaps she simply returned to her trail without you knowing. I suppose I have no means of denying that possibility. Kay Faraday planned the theft, and Miss Crane got caught up in it. For some reason, the partnership broke down. I'll press on that. For some reason, you say? It seems your explanation is very clear. I'm sure the reason will become clear upon further investigation. But more importantly, there is no evidence to prove that Kay Faraday did not commit the crime. While there is some evidence to suggest that she committed a crime, none of it can truly be called decisive evidence. What about the letter that shows their complicity and the scene of the crime? I think it's fair to say we cannot decisively rule out the possibility that she committed a crime. She was murdered, and both her dying breath she managed to retaliate. Do you have any evidence that proves that Kay was a murderer? Haven't you been listening? We've been saying that this letter is evidence. Oh? And where in the letter does it say that she planned to murder the victim? Huh? Well, that's... Well, I've got it. It's a hidden message written in invisible ink that can only be read by heating it up. It's not Scooby-Doo. Sebastian, I wouldn't get your hopes up for something like that. There is, of course, evidence that points to her as a criminal. We searched the victim's left breast pocket as well, but you found nothing, I presume. Well, naturally, the officer who found the letter immediately brought it to the best man on the scene. The letter was safely tucked away in her left breast pocket, right above her heart. I believe this letter carries Miss Crane's will for the criminal to be arrested. I have no interest in your beliefs. What I'm interested in is the truth. You said that the letter was in the left breast pocket of the victim, correct? I swear by the goddess of law there are no lies or mistakes in my statement. The letter was indeed discovered inside the victim's left breast pocket. The victim had been stabbed in the left chest area where the letter was hidden. This may very well be an important clue. I don't think that Kay wrote the letter, but unless I can draw out the more information here, that means nothing. I should start by pressing her for more details. So yeah, definitely it has to do with the whole left breast pocket thing. And well, did I present the letter or the autopsy report? I'm gonna do the autopsy report again. Yeah, see, now it went through. I guess, yeah, I had to press it to kind of clarify that, yeah, she got stabbed through the left breast pocket. You're saying that. But if that's where the letter was at, then, hey, there's nothing here to indicate that it was damaged in any way. The victim held on to the truth until her dying breath. A truly touching story indeed. The voices of the dead are soft. One must listen carefully to hear their dying wishes. And Miss Crane has spoken. Kay Faraday is the culprit. Perhaps the voices you have been hearing are actually the whispers of the devil. Hey, don't make fun of Justine! Let's listen to the voice of reason here. Judge Courtney, please take a look at the autopsy report. There is no need. I remember it perfectly. The victim was stabbed in the left breast. No! It can't be! The letter was found in the victim's left breast pocket. And that's where the victim was stabbed with a candelabra, right, sir? Precisely. It wouldn't have been possible to stab her there without piercing the letter as well. So that begs the question: why was the letter found in the victim's pocket? It's simple. It was placed there after the victim was murdered to throw suspicion onto Kay. Somebody intentionally wanted to create this very situation. In other words, there exists the possibility that the letter was forged by the true culprit. No! Hell yeah! The real murderer tried to pin the crime on Kay. That is the only explanation for the letter. And in doing so, the murderer ended up digging their own grave, right, sir? The culprit is Kay Faraday. The letter was... yeah, it was actually found in the victim's other pocket. Huh? What are you saying, pal? The officer's report was wrong when he said the letter was in her left pocket. It's actually in the, ouch! A foolish fool continues to make a fool of himself. Is there no cure for your foolishness? Why do you keep whipping me? And quit calling me a fool! Yeah! I saved you the trouble of punishing him yourself. Indeed. Though I had no intention of punishing him. You know you want to, though. The letter is stained with blood, no doubt because it was found in the left breast pocket. There couldn't have been an error in the officer's report, unless you were the investigator. Say something, Justine! I see you have no objections there. Then allow me to continue. There's one more potential suspect in this case. Well, don't be ridiculous! The killer entered his very room! There wasn't anything else who did this besides Kay Faraday and the victim. To enter his meeting room, one needs a key card. And the reasoning assumes that the murderer and the victim enter a room together. This is what we overlooked. If we just discard that assumption, then this evidence reveals the other suspect besides Kay. And, well... Is this auction? No, wait, didn't we have the... oh yeah, we have the keycard record. And, yeah, sure enough, we have a user that went in at 10:15 p.m. A little more than 2 hours before Jill apparently went in. I know something must come out because they said like her death happened late last night and before midnight. So obviously there's something there as well where it's like, wait a minute, if her thing was used at 12:52, then how's that possible? Blah blah, and then someone else used it. But we have another user here. I mean, different ID and everything, but no username shows up. But maybe this person, once we find out who it is the true culprit. This is the keycard record Judge Courtney handed me earlier. The victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m., and there was one more person who also used the keycard. So you're saying this person was waiting to ambush the victim inside the meeting room. The keycard was used at 10:15 p.m. I wouldn't say it's impossible. No, it's impossible. And what makes you say that, pal? You got any proof? Of course I do. I myself am that proof. Oh. I was the one who used that keycard, after all. Well, how come the thing didn't show up then? Why, or were you withholding that for whatever reason? Is there something strange about a PIC member entering the PIC meeting room? That proves nothing. The fact that you were in here at all makes you a suspect. Or do you perhaps have any evidence that you didn't kill your colleague? Such nonsense. What would I gain by murdering her? Allow me to reiterate what you just said earlier. I'm sure it will all become clear upon further investigation. Why would I, a faithful servant of the law, commit a crime? True enough, I entered this room. However, that alone is not reason enough to suspect me of a crime. If that's the case, please tell me why you entered this room. I had some business to take care of, and some preparations that had to be made. Preparations? That sounds pretty suspicious, pal! Unfortunately, I cannot disclose what those preparations were. However, I'm sure you could hazard a guess, Prosecutor Edgeworth. So she was preparing for my hearing. She must have gathered all the necessary materials to take away my prosecutor's badge. Wonderful, wonderful! Who the hell's this? It's good to see young people go head-to-head so ruthlessly. Who's that? Who the hell are you? Okay, this is someone new. That takes me back. When I was young, I always butt heads with this brash detective. And then one day, he just disappeared. I hope he's still doing well. Ah, here come the waterworks. Chairman Debeste. Chairman what the hell? Did she just say Debeste? Hello, Courtney. You sure are full of energy today. And if it isn't little Von Karma, look how much you've grown since I last saw you. Sir, it has been quite a while. A curtsy? Oh, you don't have to treat me like some sort of stranger, you know? Remember, back in the old days when you sit on my lap and call me Unky Boo Boo? Oh, here I go again. Oh, how I cried back then. Pops, what are you doing here? Remember the PSC was killed here, and I heard that you were in charge of the case. What kind of prosecutor is followed around by his own father? Hold your tongue! Do you have any idea who this man is? Chairman of the PIC, a former chief prosecutor. He's the right hand of the goddess of law. Now, Courtney. I'm just an old chunk of coal. There's no reason to speak so highly of me. Please excuse my subordinate's behavior. I am Prosecutor Edgeworth, isn't it? Along with his trusty sidekick, Dick Gumshoe. I am Blaze Debeste. Or Blase Debeste. I'll look that up afterwards. I'm the proud father of that idiot over there. Oh, okay, so he himself knows that his son's a complete moron. Okay, well that's actually very rude. Now I feel bad for Sebastian. When that boy was born, me and the missus were happy as you can be, you see. But now, I don't even know where she'd gone to. Oh, Pops, you need a handkerchief or something? Ah, yes, Sebastian is an idiot, but he's such a good boy, you know? This man's kind of rude. Quite the doting father and son. Now then, Courtney, how's the investigation going? Sir, we've established that the culprit is Kay Faraday. We're currently focusing our efforts. There are too many uncertainties in this case. It's impossible to determine that she's a culprit. Surely you haven't forgotten the matter of the letter. I already told you, it was just a simple mistake. The letter was in another pocket. Ouch! You talk too much. Now, let's all play nice. Everyone, just calm down. I'm sorry you had to witness such an unsightly scene, Mr. Chairman. Don't apologize, Courtney. I can follow everyone's logic. Except Sebastian's, that is. Hey, Pops! Chairman Debeste, I am a prosecutor. My duty is to bring criminals to justice. However, I won't make someone out to be a criminal without sufficient motive and evidence. I've heard about you and your relationship with the suspect, you know? Oh, to share such a strong bond. Kay has assisted the police in arresting criminals countless times, pal. There are too many facets of this case that remain unexplored. I see. The bonds of youth are a wonderful thing indeed. Okay. Okay, you do that. I don't know why. But that is that, and this is this, you know? What's that supposed to mean? The prosecutor's office needs to resolve this case as quickly as possible. I mean, just think of all the other cases that are piling up. There's no time to waste here. It's unfortunate, but, well, you understand, right, Edgeworth? What? Now then, Kay Faraday. I'd like to arrest you now. That was proper. Okay. No, I won't let you! Kay's innocent, pal! To defy Chairman Debeste is to defy the law. It would be a grave act of disloyalty. In other words, a hearing won't be needed. Are you prepared to lose your prosecutor's badge? That's Mr. Edgeworth's badge! You can't do that! Using a prosecutor's badge as a shield. What has the PIC come to? Kay, you haven't done anything wrong. Mr. Edgeworth, it was only for a short time, but thank you for everything. I'm sorry, I turned out to be a criminal. We will make sure to impart your confession to the goddess of law. What should I do? When I was young, I wanted to become a defense attorney, like my father. Someone who could fight to save those in need. And right now, this badge is holding me back. A mere badge for the life of a dear friend. I don't even have to consider it. All right. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Hold it right there, Judge Courtney. What is it now, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Holy crap. This is your prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this? Consider this my resignation. I am no longer a prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing? Explain yourself, Miles Edgeworth. You can't be serious. Mr. Edgeworth, you're joking, right? If you aren't a prosecutor, then My only mission is to bring the truth to light. If it's the prosecutor's path to turn a blind eye to the truth, then that title is worth nothing to me. Oh boy. Oh boy. I will walk in the path that I believe in. I will not be stopped here. You're running away from the Von Karma from me? No matter what you say, I don't intend to go back on my decision. So, you're leaving me behind again. I'll never forgive you for this. No, this is all my fault. I'm sorry. If only I weren't here. Wait, Kay! Uh-oh. Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me! But, Mr. Edgeworth! Boss! I'm not your boss anymore, Detective. Well, that's just too much, sir! It's always been you and me. We've always been a team. Detective Gumshoe, you no longer need to follow my lead. You can try to accomplish whatever you can on your end. This is bad. We just let a dangerous criminal escape. How could I let her get away? And after all my hard work, you see. Rest assured, Mr. Chairman, this area will be locked down immediately. Good. I expect the best from you, Courtney. She seems like, oh wow, I can't believe you actually did it, but she was kind of gunning for it anyway. Don't be surprised that it happens. So guys, well, that's definitely it for today's episode. Went well way longer than I would like it, but yeah. It seems that Miles Edgeworth has finally made his decision. He says, nope, I won't be a prosecutor if it means that I cannot actually save a life. So he's like, what the hell's the point? Tosses it away, and I guess we're chasing after Kay. But what will happen next? I guess we'll only find out in the next episode, guys. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path. I'll see you guys later.